Well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church, Saieed, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school, Saieed, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember to share our live stream. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, viewers. So as we go straight into our news tonight, Minister of Health Terrence Dayal Singh have stated that medical staff must be given a right to be heard before the publicizing of a report on the death of several newborn babies in April at Port of Spain General Hospital. He was replying to a question from Wade Mark, who asked when the government intend to publicize the investigative report by the visiting team from PAHU, the Pan-American Health Organization. Dayal Singh said on its website, PAHU revealed that the report was submitted last Friday and said, following standard procedure, in matters like these, the report will be made public at the earliest possible opportunity. However, Wade said Dayal Singh previously promised to release the report as soon as it was submitted to him. But Dayal Singh replied, no such thing exists. What we did say was the report will be made public as soon as possible. Listen to this.
The PAHO on their website did indicate that the report was submitted on the 21st, last week Friday. We put out a release on Sunday the 23rd indicating that following standard procedure in matters like these, the report will be made public at the earliest possible opportunity. Thank you very much.
Senator Mark.
Mr. President, the Minister is on public record as telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, as soon as that report is submitted to him, the report will be released for public consumption. Can the Minister indicate whether he is now going back on his commitment to the people of Trinidad and Tobago?
Minister of Health.
No such thing exists. What we said was the report will be made public as soon as possible. Mr. President.
Now, viewers, Dayal Singh further noted that the common law president of procedural fairness and justice demands that clinical staff and administrative staff have a right to be heard and a right to respond to any findings in that report. He too, to do otherwise will be to jeopardize whatever matter may follow from that report.
The PAHO on their website did indicate that the report was submitted on the 21st, last week Friday. We put out a release on Sunday the 23rd indicating that following standard procedure in matters like these, the report will be made public at the earliest possible opportunity. Thank you very much.
Senator Mark.
Mr. President, the Minister is on public record as telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, as soon as that report is submitted to
the common law precedent of procedural fairness, reasonableness, equity, and justice demand that clinical staff and administrative staff have a right to be heard and a right to respond to any findings in that report. To do otherwise will be to jeopardize whatever matters may flow from that report. In any report of this nature, people have a right to be heard and a right to respond. And that is going on now as we speak, as I indicated in my press release of Sunday the 23rd. Thank you very much.
Now, viewers, the Northwest Regional Health Authority said in a statement on April 1st, several babies had died from bacterial infections during an outbreak in a neonatal intensive care unit. From April 4th to 7th, Since then, parents of 19 dead babies have come together in a class action suit against the Northwest Regional Health Authority. So as this story is unfold, viewers, you're going to hear more from us. But in the meantime, as Petrotrin Pointe-à-Pierre refinery approaches 6 years in mothballed state, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali have stated that the government should be able to announce whether it has found an operator by the end of August. However, Oilfield Workers Trade Union OWTU President Ansel Rocher has warned that the union will not stand idle by and allow any company to take over the refinery. The PM stated that the government closing down the refinery and paid $2.7 billion in separations to workers, and added that it has remained useless or unutilized since 2018, with parliamentarians saying they are spending $1 million annually to upkeep the refinery. Now that the government says it is looking at potential operators, Rowley said one union leader was sending words for him to say that the government would not be allowed to dispose of the refinery without his permission. Listen to this.
As part of our country's management, the government closed down that refinery. The government paid the workers $2.7 billion in separation. The refinery has been there unutilized since 2018. You would have seen them in the parliament quarreling with us, saying that we're spending $1 million a year to keep the refinery clean and operational. But now that the government has said that we are looking at some people who may be interested in running the refinery because they may have the crude oil that we didn't have to run it. I hear one union leader singing calypso, and in his calypso tent sending word for me to say that the government will not be allowed to dispose of the refinery without his and his friends' permission.
Now, viewers, Rowley noted that the refinery is owned by the people of Trinidad and Tobago and advised that union leader that until he is in government to stop talking stupidness. Ooh, I'll listen to this back and all.
When you own your own refinery, the government wouldn't interfere with it. But the refinery that is owned by the people of Trinidad and Tobago, until you are in the government or the Prime Minister, go and sing your calypso to your friends elsewhere and stop talking stupidness.
So viewers, remember the other day I released some information for you concerning some individuals from Ghana? Remember that? So ask yourself, with the Indian businessman who is here in Trinidad and Tobago, who I believe is out on bail in India for corruption charges, are we really going to do business? Or should I say, is the government of Trinidad and Tobago really going to do business with an individual from India who is on corruption charges? Where is the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago? Where is the Foreign Affairs Minister for Trinidad and Tobago? Where is the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries for Trinidad and Tobago? Are we going now? All well and good. It's all well and good that someone is interested in the refinery to own and operate. But are we going to allow an individual who is on corruption charges in India purchase our refinery? What do you think will happen? What does the Attorney General have to say concerning this? What does the Foreign Affairs Minister have to say concerning this? Because just now, not too long from now, we're going to have someone from Ghana being the CEO of WASA. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So Trinidad and Tobago, OWTU wants to buy the refinery. OWTU represent the Oilfield Workers Trade Union. According to Ansel Roger, they had the money to purchase and operate the refinery. Why didn't OWTU got the opportunity to do that? Why? Can Dr. Keith Rowley answer that question? Can Seo Chung answer that question? On why the OWTU wasn't given a chance? Ask yourself that. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear Dr. Rowley attempts to block foreign investment in TNT after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Become a member of Realtalk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Realtalk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid upfront. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Realtalk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that. So remember, Real Talk, we are having our 4% on fixed deposit with interest payment up front. So today I saw a bank in Port of Spain now advertising interest up front. But the thing is, viewers, they're not matching our 4%. I'll tell you something, a leader does lead while others follow. I always tell you, I am here to change the way banking operates in Trinidad and Tobago. Real Talk Credit Union is here to stay. We have our first location at number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas. It's on the Real Talk Group of Company compound and building. We are opening our second branch, Real Talk Credit Union, in San Fernando. Hopefully by the second week of July, it will be ready to do business with the people of South, all the way down to Cedras, all the way down to Guaya. So we coming in South, we have a special offer for the South people when we open, hopefully on the second week in July. South people, get ready. You're not going to be missing out on anything. Remember that. So viewers, I have my record for sale. You know, I failed to mention that about 2 weeks back. But nevertheless, remember the beautiful record? I have this record for sale, viewers. Oh, and by the way, it is voted as one of the best rap records in Trinidad and Tobago. Best rap record by the trucking industry. Yes. So my record is up for sale, viewers. Those of you interested, you can contact me at 339-1670. And I want you to understand, it is licensed as a record. I want you all to understand that. It is licensed as a record. It's not a makeup thing. Ain't no makeup thing here. Everything's straight by me. That I could tell you. So it is up for sale, viewers. You want to go into the record business? Contact me 339-1670 and we'll have discussion from there. So as we continue our program tonight is prom night in San Fernando. Right? So the mother of, you have the picture with the small man? The mother of this young boy wants Real Talk to give him a little shout out. He's having prom tonight in the South area, but the mother told me, Saieed, please don't mention his name on television. So I said, okay, moms, it's not a problem. The mom gave us consent to air his picture and to wish him all the best. I believe he's exiting school, you know, so to speak. It's that time, prom night, into the world of works after. So I just want to wish him all the best from Real Talk Studios and Real Talk Group. We do want to wish this young man all the best in life to come. Prom night tonight. How many of you remember your prom night? I did. So, as we start back our program tonight, viewers, the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, have stated that it is strange that the same people who chastise his government for not generating enough direct foreign investment are the ones who have a problem with India businessman Nivan Jindal expressing interest in the Petrotrin Refinery. The PM made the comment while speaking to attendees for his breakfast with the Prime Minister at the Hyatt Regency. Rowley said the expression of interest in the refinery addressed that, but the government has not yet looked at it. He stated that there seems to be an attempt to dissuade foreigners from investing in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's coming from people who would say there is not enough direct foreign investment. Oh, let's listen to this.
But there seems to be an attempt to dissuade foreigners from investing in Trinidad and Tobago. Interestingly enough, it's coming from the same people who would say from time to time there is not enough direct foreign investment. one of the failures of the government is that we need more direct foreign investment and we're not getting it. And lo and behold, we now have the potential for foreign investment from a place where there are people who want to invest abroad and who are investing abroad. And we are saying, well, if you're investing in Oman and Qatar and Dubai and Spain or wherever you are, consider Trinidad and Tobago. And that seems to be upsetting some people. We of the PNM, we are accustomed to that. And we will not be dissuaded.
At Real Talk Studios.
There seems to be
So Trinidad and Tobago, are we accustomed dealing with individuals who wants to purchase state asset in Trinidad and Tobago who are in corruption charges in another country? Are we accustomed dealing with men like this? Now, I have no problem that the government wanting to sell the refinery. But the thing is the type of individual. Is he a straightforward businessman that would give Trinidad and Tobago a sound stage that an international businessman is interested in the refinery? Is that the proper saying? Yes, that is the proper saying. But word on the ground now is that we have someone who is in corruption charges in his own country, wants to make investment in a state asset in Trinidad and Tobago. How does that sound for Trinidad and Tobago now, on a wider scale? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr.
Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes, sir. Who said that they was not going to sell Petrotrin? Was not him? And now he's talking about he's going to sell Petrotrin. Now he's talking about the opposition have a problem with foreigners coming in the country here. But check this out. Metal. What they did to Metal and then? What they did to the companies from Point Leasers? What they did to BPM?
Correct.
All of these places and them, they have driven away the foreign investors. So what he's talking about is he's trying to make a big point against the opposition to tell them. But what the opposition is doing is warning that man from India, do not invest in Trinidad because they'll do the same thing again. Have a pleasant night.
Thank you, my friend. Responding to accusation that he overstepped the procurement process, he added that there were previous proposals for the refinery, including that of OWTU's Patriotic Energies and Technology Company, which were evaluated but rejected. According to him, the proposal requested the government to give $500 million for bonds that are tradable, while another proposal required the government to sign a contract to buy whatever was produced. Listen to this.
We had one local proposal which said to the government, we are interested, we want the refinery. But the way we're going to get the refinery is the government must give us $500 million of bonds that are tradable. And we will use that to buy the refinery and to operate it. So you want taxpayer to give you taxpayers' money that is tradable bonds, which you could just convert into cash as you please, and use the taxpayer money to buy the taxpayer refinery for your benefit. That is the kind of foolishness that some people advance to the government. Another one had a proposal that we will use the refinery, we'll produce, and the government will be the off-taker. The government will take what we produce, contract to take whatever we produce. Now, this is an open discussion. That's why we say proposal, request for proposal. And if those are the proposals, the answer could obviously only be no thanks.
Now that we heard what the Prime Minister had to say concerning the OWTU. So hopefully by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I am expecting to hear a response from Ansel Roger concerning what the Prime Minister said as the proposal was, and is. So we're going to hear what Ansel Roger have to say in the coming days. And I'm definitely sure he's going to respond to this. You know, it's sad, you know, but nevertheless, Pete Rowley is an educated man. Let's see the next step. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear Kamala wants government to come clean on Jindal after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So remember, I did say we at Real Talk are offering you 4% upfront interest. And because of our bold step into the finance world, there's a bank in Port of Spain that is offering the same thing. I believe it was yesterday or today, they put out that bulletin. Interest up front. But the thing is, they are not matching our 4%. They are not. I am a leader. I am not a follower. I am a leader. So when you hear Real Talk Credit Union leading the way, you will see others coming out just now with offers that what we are giving. I said I'm here to change the way banking operates in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'll tell you something, I'll tell you something. Real Talk Credit Union. Now, in credit union, they say you cannot do wire transfers. But I'll tell you something. This is the first credit union in Trinidad and Tobago to wire transfer money. The first credit union in Trinidad and Tobago to transfer money. You walk into our branch, Saieed, I have an account here with with Real Talk Credit Union. This is my account. I need X, Y, and Z to go to A, B, and C. Not a problem. We will do it. Let me tell you something. I am evolving. It's no more yesteryear. It's no more yesteryear. We are evolving. I am here to... Boy, all I feel is joke I'm making now. We are the first to offer you 4% on upfront interest payment. And we will be the first credit union to wire transfer money anywhere you want. Trust me. That's the reason why I am telling you, open an account with us. Open an account with us. For your grandmother, your grandfather, the uncle, the auntie, the mommy, even the 5-year-old child. Open an account, start saving today. Let me tell you something. I'm evolving in the credit union world. We're changing things. We are changing things, yes. Forget yesteryear. God bless me yesteryear to be here into the future, and He's going to bless me now to go way up in the future. Imagine, we are offering 4% with upfront interest, and another bank in Port of Spain start the same thing. But the thing is, they can't match our 4%. They can't. Trinidad and Tobago, I'm an accountant. And I have been in the money lending business. Well, actually, I grew up with my father lending money. So nobody entire operation. Caller, good night.
Hey, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live. You there?
Does the government have right to sell the refinery? Doesn't the refinery belong to the people of Trinidad and Tobago? Shouldn't they have a say in that?
Where are you calling from, caller?
From far away, New York.
From New York?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, your question is yes. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago should have an input in the sale of the refinery. Thank you, my friend. Yes, we should have a sale. We should know who are the people. We should know how much money is being paid for the refinery. We should know the operational cost. We should know the background of the company or the individual that wants to purchase our refinery. The Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, Regional Armo, supposed to be transparent with the sale of the refinery. Where is him? The Minister of Foreign Affairs, where is he? Where is he? This is a foreigner coming into Trinidad and Tobago to make an investment. So the first person you will talk to is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Where is Gopi School? What about trade? Where is Gopi School? Why it is we are only hearing from the Prime Minister and not the rest of individuals following foreign investment, foreign ministers, foreign trade? Where are those people? Oh, I forgot. If Kid Rowley tell them stay quiet, they have to stay quiet. If Kid Rowley say open your mouth and say one, you have to open your mouth and say one. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Great program as usual, and I must congratulate you with your success, financial success and business success.
Thank you, my friend.
I want to confirm with you, and I want the citizens of this country to know that I have relatives who invest in your credit union, and they benefited significantly from the interest rates that you are given and so on. They benefit quite a lot. Anyway, I want the citizens of this country to know that this fella, Roger, and a former PSA president who was a Minister of Labor at the time, played a significant role in closing down Petrotrin. I don't know what was his agenda, what was his intention, but he played a significant role in having Petrotrin closed. So all this rubbish now that he wants Petrotrin, I am happy the Prime Minister is not going to give the OWTU any access to that refinery, regardless of what. Another thing, Mr. Said, you're into the financial business and thing. Why it is Trinidad, all over the Caribbean, even right Venezuela, a man on a bicycle selling on the street, you could go and shop with US dollar. All over the Caribbean, Guyana, all about a man could walk in a store, in a supermarket and shop with US currency. And why it can't happen in Trinidad and Tobago? Mr. Said, I will listen. I don't know if you have an explanation for it, but I believe it's only bubble, corruption, thieving, and underhand dealing in this country. Great job. You keep up the great work, Mr. Said. God bless.
Thank you, my friend. UNC leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa has called on government on India businessman Nivan Jindal, questioning if it was the Venezuelans who put the government onto Jindal to get the point up here refined. Prasad Bisesa based her concerns on article in India or in India press concerning Jindal, which stated that Jindal is facing corruption and money laundering charges in India. Oh, let's listen to this.
We saw the government meeting with an Indian businessman at the DIP Center regarding the Point of View refinery. This man is out on bail fighting corruption charges of paying bribes to government officials in India. So you'll see the, whatever it is there. Check the clip. So Mr. Jindal, not Munilal as you said, Mr. Jindal, out on bail, fighting corruption charges of paying bribes to government officials in India.
She said something was very strange with the deal on the refinery. Nothing that the government said Jindal had access to than the crude oil for the refinery. She also questioned where did they find him.
Something is very strange with this deal. The government has claimed that Jindal has access to the crude oil for the refinery. I want to ask you this. Where did you really find Jindal? Did you find him in India? Or did you find him in Venezuela? Where did you find him?
Facts coming out. According to the opposition leader, another article revealed Jindal's steel and power takes over operation at Venezuela's largest iron ore company, just months after striking the deal with Nicolas Maduro government. She alleged that Jindal has been border hopping between Venezuela and Trinidad and questioned if Trinidad and Tobago was seeking a Venezuela-Trinidad-India connection. Listen to this.
March 21, 2024. The article, and I quote, Jindal Steel and Power Limited has taken over operations at Venezuela's largest iron ore complex, the first for a private-run firm in the South American country's heavy industry in over a decade, just months after striking the deal with Nicolas Maduro government. Story thickens. In March this year, story tells us that article, a company associated with Jindal took over the largest iron ore complex in Venezuela. What has been happening is that Mr. Jindal has been border hopping between Venezuela and Trinidad, cutting deals between the Maduro and Rowley governments. Now I remember we had something with this before with someone named Wilma Ruperti, Euro Oil Shipping. You all remember that? Whose oil was that?
Prasad Bisesa also called for answers on whether any government member met with Jindal in Venezuela before he visited Trinidad. As she showed an energy ministry article where Energy Minister Stuart Young received an introduction courtesy call from him on March 27, 2023. She said Jindal returned 15 months later and met with Dr. Rowley, and the government pretended that they were now meeting for the first time. Let's watch it there.
This is of Minister Young's Ministry of Energy website. Mr. Jindal visited Trinidad and met with Young on March 27, 2023. It is on that website of the Energy Ministry. Mr. Jindal returned 15 months later in June 2024 and met with Prime Minister Rowley and others. So this government has been meeting with him for 15 months, but pretended they're only now meeting him for the first time. Don't let these people chain us up and fool us again with that refinery, man. They did for the last election in 2020, that's what they did. They're going to sell it to the OWTU. Lie upon lie. And here they are. Jindal was here March 23. When did Rowley go to India? When did he go this last time? May 2024. A whole year after Jindal came and met them.
So Trinidad and Tobago, there you have it. We are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of the amended property tax notice being mailed to you after that.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Amended property tax notice of assessment are currently being mailed out according to a notice which was released on Tuesday. The ministry notice are being issued through the Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Division. The Ministry of Finance website said the public should disregard previous property tax notice of assessment dated before March 6th, as we now call it null and void. It explained that Property Tax Act had been amended to change the rate tax payable from 3% to 2%, and payment deferrals and objections would only be accepted on the revised notice. It reminds citizens that payments are due by September 30th. Initially, the collaboration or the collection of property tax was scheduled to begin in March 1st. It was under the amendment that the annual taxable value for residential property was reduced to 2%. The property tax and its collection has been widely discussed in Trinidad and Tobago, with the opposition raising issues in and out of Parliament over the annual rental value of properties and issues related to deferrals, among others. In March, Imbert said he believed that one of the reasons there has been opposition towards the property tax is because people do not want to explain their wealth, as it will expose unjust enrichment. A man like Colin Imbert saying this? A man like Clong Imbert saying this? Imagine Auditor General Office picked up almost $3 billion missing. And the Ministry of Finance, according to Ramdas, cannot show document for it. But Imbert wants to come out and tell the public that their wealth will expose unjust enrichment. Come on, Clong Imbert. Come on, Clong Imbert. You of all persons, better than leave this for somebody in your ministry to say other than you. Other than you. You are the one who encourages people to pay tax. You are the one who went to the parliament to bring out a $5,000 penalty for people to pay tax. But you talking about unjust enrichment? Where did you get all your wealth, Clong Imbert? Can you come out and show the nation where you inherited all your wealth? You want to talk about unjust? Come on, Clong Imbert. Come on, Clong Imbert. The minister added that there were persons working for a small salary but living in a mansion owing 10 and 20 properties, and he questioned, how did they get that? They have family who handed them things. But you know what you and your ministry wants to do, Imbert? All they want to take that from them. Imagine when the Revenue Authority goes up the stream, which will be coming along very soon. If you don't pay property tax for 3 months, they're coming and taking your fridge, your TV, your bed, your washing machine. And what we going to say? We're going to say, great is the PNM. Great is Colin Imbert. While Colin Imbert digging out all your eye. Just now, all I got to get, watch me, all I got to get people to tote all you from point A to point B. But all you seen that. Saieed, you're bashing the government. All you going to be coming by me to borrow money just now. All you will be coming by side to borrow money just now. And I will welcome all you. Now, I'll tell us something in Trinidad and Tobago. Director, play this video after we go talk.
I have come to one conclusion. It can't be the property tax. It can't be $300 a year or $400 a year or $500 a year, $30, $40, $50 a month. That can't be the reason for all this bacchanal that you're seeing in the papers, you're hearing on the radio, you're seeing on TV, all this carrying on. That cannot be the issue. It can't be the amount of tax. It has to be something else. And you see, what we have in Trinidad and Tobago today is a situation where a number of people cannot explain their wealth. You have fellas working for a small salary but living in a mansion. You have people owning 5 and 10 and 20 properties. How did they get them? I cannot understand what all this bacchanal is all about. I cannot. And especially when we reduce the tax. They're making more noise when we reduce the tax. They're more vexed. It has to be what is called unjust enrichment and explain your wealth. That's what it is.
So, Clongenbird, you are the one who raised gas. And you are the one who said to the nation that they may riot yet. They should have riot. All also, you'd have been living in a different country. They should have riot. When you raise the gas price, all now Clongenbird, you would have been living in our next country. They're quite telling you. You, Farm Minister, laughed on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago while raising the gas price. But you want to tell us it's more than property tax? Clongenbird, let me tell you something. You getting tax exempted. You going home with your whole salary. You're getting free food to eat. You're getting free vehicles to run. You're getting free gas. You're getting the fly free. All courtesy the taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago. But you want to milk the taxman. You want to milk the people who paying tax. What about the people who working for $5,000 a month and have a family to maintain? What about the people who inherited a house? You want them pay tax. And if they don't pay tax, what happened, Clongenbird? What happened, Clongenbird? Tell Trinidad and Tobago what happened. You are the one who raised gas and laughed on the citizen. You, not the citizen, you. And you're bawling, oh, they may riot yet. They should have riot. They should have riot. You see what happened in France? They riot in France. France nearly burned down. In Haiti, they riot in Haiti. All now Clongenbird, you'd have been living in our next country. So what you had to say, Clongenbird, is thank God that the people ain't riot, and thank the people of Trinidad and Tobago for not rioting. Alright, you won't be living in Trinidad. Take what I'm telling you. Take what I'm telling you. So listen to this, viewers. Imbert also previously noted that the loudest voice against property tax were those in the most upscale areas of the country. Let's listen to this.
And what you find is that the people who live in the higher end properties, they're the ones who are making noise. So the people who live in the most upscale areas of Trinidad and Tobago, millionaires, their tax might be $7,000 for the year, $8,000 for the year. Well, it's reduced now, so it might go down to $6,000 or $5,000 for the year, as the case may be. So these are people living in houses that are worth $5 million, $10 million, $15 million, $20 million. Their tax might be now $6,000 for the year, or $500 a month. They want to pay the same tax as the person in Belmont or in Cocorite or in St. John Road right here, who will be paying a $400, a $500, or $300 a year, $25 a month, $30 a month, $40 a month. The man who lives in the most upscale areas in Trinidad, they want to pay the same tax as the man who lives right here on the Eastern Main Road. It is ridiculous. The whole point about property tax is that it's a progressive tax. The more money you have, the more assets you have, the more you pay. The bigger your house is, the more expensive it is, the more you pay. The less it is, the cheaper it is, the less you pay. It's what's called a progressive tax. So the burden is on people at the high end and not at the low end.
So the people at the low end, them are feeling it. The couple hundred, them had to put out more to pay property tax. According to him, but them are feeling it. What a clown. What a clown. So viewers, according to BBC News just now, Kenya's president withdrew the tax bill. Because of what? Protest in the country? Go on the BBC channel and you will see. Go on the BBC channel and you will see it. Kenya's president just withdrew the tax bill. Because the citizens of Kenya stood up. They stood up against it. What are we doing? So listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. Because of the fact that your voice was heard when property tax was 3%, because of the fact that you all came together in one unity, one accord, not to pay property tax, they reduced from 3% to 2%. So let me tell all of this. If we in Trinidad and Tobago could unite one more time, Trinidad and Tobago, if we could unite one more time, you will get property tax down to 1%. You will get it down to 1%. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I'll tell you something. You're paying loan for your house that Clongenberg wants you to pay property tax for now. If you build a big house, it's big property. So Clongenberg alone wants to live in a big mansion. And the other people who put Clongenberg in power almost live in one-bedroom house. Small houses, one bedroom, little camp all over. Small houses. All you cannot enjoy the fruit of all your labor. All you cannot take a loan and build $1 million house because your tax will be plenty. According to Clongenberg, small taxes, small house, all you build one bedroom. All you swallow that now. All I love the Minister of Finance. He's a PNM minister. Greatest Clongenberg. All you build one bedroom. All you build one bedroom and continue paying tax, so Clongenberg could continue building apartment building and selling. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. It's time that all you stop being stupid. It's time that all you stop being foolish among yourself and start uniting as one person or one people in Trinidad and get the damn tax down. You did it from 3%, it come down to 2%. If you do it again, it will reach down to 1%. So try that and you will see what will happen. You feel Clongenberg could come and bully Saieed? No. It's the whole nation the man bullying. You know why? All you have to pay $5,000 if all you signing property tax. I come on national television and I telling all you, I ain't following out no damn form. Call a good night. Oh. Trinidad and Tobago, all get serious. If I could come on national television and tell all I ain't following out no form, all get serious. Because all I feel in the pinch, not Clongenberg. When you buy quarter pound of dal, he buying a whole pound. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, another time, another live show. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I must tell you, good night.